Stop telling your children, go find a black woman if they get lost.
I absolutely agree with this, my man, my sir. I absolutely agree with this. But at the same time, can we tell them then if you get lost, don't go to a white man? Fuck. Have you seen the statistics? I mean, I can't imagine like breaking things down to my child. I don't have children, but I can't imagine breaking things down to them racially like that because that in itself is inappropriate. I would tell them to find a police officer or go find a woman, an older woman, or find somebody in a uniform, a female in a uniform. But I can't see breaking it down to race because that's inappropriate. I didn't even know this was a thing. I didn't know people were doing this. And I was raised in Louisiana. I live up north now, and I was raised with a nanny for a while, and she was probably made more money than my mom did because we didn't have money. But Miss Goldie, she was a black lady, and actually, my mother went through a divorce and was having problems feeding us. It was Miss Goldie that came to her rescue, and because she had farmland. And she wasn't just a nanny; she was a family friend, and she brought us steaks and chicken, and my mother just cried, because she didn't know how she was going to feed us, and this was in like 1972 or whatever in Shreveport, Louisiana. So so there is a sense of safety. I never really thought about it until I started seeing these videos circulate, and it's like, my God, what does it say about our community that we would tell our own children to go? I mean, I know what it says about our community. It says exactly what the statistics say about our community. If you look up grape statistics, the PDF, I mean, it's only like 4% with black men. It's like really high up there with white men, like 80. So I don't know. I was watching something on this when I saw this on YouTube. That's why I responded. I saw you on YouTube. The statistics are so fucked up that it just kind of makes you want to. I guess if you have kids, you want them to be safe. It's like if you ever get lost, don't go to that. Go to that. But there's got to be a better way to do that because it's just a breeding ground that kind of talk for racism. It's like, but at the same time, God damn, it's like fuck, doing better. It's like fuck, doing better. But how can you do better when your statistics aren't doing better? It's like being in the foster system and with conservative Republican families I had to go through. White, I'm going to tell you right now, I wish that they put me with black families during that time because of those Republican men that I was with. Let's just say it wasn't safe. It was not safe. So if I had a child, I don't know what I would tell them. Now that I'm hearing this circulate, I certainly wouldn't tell them this because obviously it's offensive. But I would just tell them find a woman, find someone in a uniform, find a cop, call the cops 911, and as much as it's a horrible thing, it's like it also speaks very very well, very highly of the black community. I mean, it really speaks highly of, and I feel it. I feel it because I've never felt safer. And when I lived in Atlanta and lived in um, as a gay man in the 80s and 90s, I never felt threatened. I always felt protected. when I lived in the black community, and because I've been jumped. I've had my jaw broken, and and completely wired shut, and my nose broken in 2 places, just because I was walking while gay. And I've never felt safer than when I was under the protection or in the presence or with even my most religious heterosexual black male friends that didn't approve of my orientation, but their humanism, their humanity and their integrity was so above reproach that I always felt protected. So, as much as this is a shitty thing, I guess it's also it's just the biggest compliment. It's a huge compliment, but it's a very dangerous road that we take, I guess, because like that one white woman, she told her kids that. Then her kid went missing, and she comes from the corner and sees her kid doing exactly what she told her kid to do, running to a black lady. And then she starts screaming at the black lady, "What are you doing with my child?" Bitch, you should have been hugging that woman and thanking her for doing exactly what she was there to do. But there's that scripture that says, "Let not your good be evil spoken of." So, and even though you do things with the best intentions, you got some motherfucker just going to speak of it, and it's going to make the most evil thing out of it. So sometimes you're just better off just stepping away and saying, "Get the fuck away from me. I'm not going down that road. You're in the wrong grocery aisle. Get your fucking ass on the other side. Get your white ass on the other side." But it's just sad that I'm rambling, because I just saw this on YouTube, and it hit me really hard. It's like wow. At first I was like, what a compliment. And then it's like, wow. And then people just use it against people. It's like they're asking their kids to do it. And then I guess because I didn't think about it, because maybe it's because if you ask your kid to do that, you're already a racist because you're thinking racist. So maybe that's the whole deal. Like, if you're going to tell your kid to run to a black person if they're lost, your mind is already in a racist mode, and you're already a discriminative person. So when your child does do that, all you see is that racist part of your soul, that darkness that's inside of you. So I don't know. It's just it's fucked up, really. It's fucked up. Then I heard somebody on that same post say, "Why y'all gonna call black women angry and call them GHATTO?" I don't want to say this, man, and call them all these names and everything. And then, well, I'll tell you why. Because if the most angry black woman to me is like the safest, the safest one. Because when I worked in a black hair salon, the ones that had the most attitude and stuff are the ones that I hung out with, because they were the coolest, and they were the ones that would look out for you the most, because they have a certain, and I'm saying I know it's very, I don't mean it that way, but people who have a certain level of anger about things because of what they've been through also have a certain level of protecting. They'll protect their own. They'll protect kids. They'll protect their friends. They're protectors. They're protectors by nature. So it's not a good thing to be an angry black woman. It's not a good thing to be from a certain region or certain area. It shapes you. I mean, I'm from a very poor upbringing. I think it kind of shaped me into being the asshole that I am. Anyway, I just wanted to respond to that, and I saw you on YouTube, and I thought it was a great compilation of videos, and more power to you. God bless.